In this video, I'm going to show you how to solve the ALEKS problem called distinguishing compounds and mixtures. This problem is going to give us 4 substances, which we have to classify as being either an element, a compound, or a mixture. Let's start with some definitions. We'll start by defining an element. An element is a substance or a type of matter that contains only one type of atom. In ALEKS, the atoms are represented by different colored spheres. So an element is going to be a substance that contains only one color or one type of sphere in the picture. And it is okay if the spheres are connected to each other or if they are completely separate. So if we look at, for example, if we look at substance Z, we see only one type of atom. We just see the one type of sphere, which are these red spheres. They are connected together. That's totally okay. That makes it an element. And again, it's an element because we see only red atoms present. Only red spheres present. Now let's go on to define, let's define a compound next. A compound is going to be a substance that contains 2 or more types of atoms. And this would mean, again, that we're going to see 2 or more colors of spheres in this ALEKS representation. And they are going to be connected to each other in what we would call a fixed ratio, meaning that the pattern of these spheres is going to be exactly the same for every single little cluster of atoms, every single compound. 2 or more atoms connected together in a fixed ratio. So for example, if we take a look at this guy right here, get nice and close up to that guy. This one is 2 red spheres and 2 white spheres. So this is 2 reds plus 2 whites. And that's what we would refer to as the fixed ratio. In order for substance Y to be classified as a compound, every single little cluster of atoms in here needs to have that same ratio, 2 red to 2 white. And if we check all of them, we can see that, yes, that is the case. Every single one of these has the same ratio, 2 red to 2 white. That makes this a compound. If we take a look down here at substance T, this does contain 2 types of atoms. It contains red atoms and it also contains white atoms. Those atoms are not connected to each other in a fixed ratio. So for example, if we take a look at this guy, get nice and close, that is 2 white spheres. This is 2 red spheres. That is not the same type of uniform pattern. These are 2 different patterns that we see present in this particular substance, and that makes that substance a mixture. So let's just kind of squeeze that definition in here. A mixture is going to be a combination of 2 or more compounds or elements that are combined together in the same area. So 2 or more compounds or elements. Now, some of these pictures, some of these substances in ALEKS, you need to really look carefully at them. So for example, let's zoom in really close at substance Z. If you're just looking at it really quick because you're tired and you just want to get this over with, you might just see a few similar compounds and say, oh, that's a compound, I'm good. But if you look really closely, you'll see that some of these substances have that 2 white plus 1 red pattern, and there are quite a few that have that. But there are also in here some substances that have a different ratio, 2 white plus 2 red. That makes this a mixture because in this substance, there are more than one type of compound present. So be really careful when you're looking at these problems. Make sure that you're taking the time to double check, especially for ones like this. Make sure that you're looking very carefully at the ratio of the different spheres in each compound.